Curiously Veg Radio is brought to you by Thrive Market. Thrive Market is absolutely wonderful because it's a revolutionary online marketplace with a mission to make healthy living easy and affordable for everyone. We use it ourselves. We love ordering from them and getting food delivered right to our door. They also have organic and GMO-free products and up to 50% off products every day. They also have free shipping. I mean, come on, you can't get better than that. Say if you're wanting, I don't know, Bragg's Nutritional Yeast to try out some nooch on your favorite little veggie dishes, you can get it from Thrive Market. And Thrive Market's members pay a low member fee of $59.95, and that's less than $5 a month, and currently offer free national shipping on orders of $49. Like I said, free shipping, can't beat it. So start your free month trial now. Yes, that's it, free month. You get a whole free month of getting whatever goodies you want delivered right to your door by going to CuriouslyVegRadio.com/Thrive Market and sign up and get that good stuff delivered to your door.
And Curiously Veg Radio is sponsored by Audible.com. Get a free audiobook download and 30-day free trial at audibletrial.com/CuriouslyVegRadio. Between working on all the sites we have and getting this magazine ready, I don't have too much time to read. But what I do have time to do is listen to How Not to Die, Discovery of Foods Scientifically Proven to Prevent and Reverse Disease, written by Michael Greger, MD. You can get that title and over 180,000 other titles for your Android, Kindle, or MP3 player. Get your free audiobook download now at audibletrial.com/CuriouslyVegRadio.
You're listening to Curiously Veg Radio, WCVR, featuring the Vegan Renegade and the Geek.
Let us out. This is horrible. Oh man, I think that made mustard gas in your lower intestine.
I get hungry before bed though. Usually that's why you'll eat like grapes before bed. As grapes have a natural grape. Well, grapes have a natural chemical in them that actually helps you fall asleep.
Is it magic?
Oh,
it's magic in grapes.
Hey guys, welcome to episode 22 of Curiously Veg Radio. And what?
He doesn't care
anymore.
He's not on.
He's not.
We need to
Curiously Veg Radio. With you as always are your hosts Dave the Geek and the splendiferous
Hope the frickin' Vegan Renegade.
Absolutely. And hope if you would tell people who are new, just starting out or whatever to this adventure, what we do, who he is.
You know, by now we should have everybody in the world listening to this podcast.
We don't, so you gotta tell them.
I know. Why is that? Why doesn't everybody just love us?
You guys should be sharing. Go to our Facebook page and hit that share button. Let people know about us. Anyway, so can I go over who we are, what we do, what do we be doing?
What do we need to be doing?
Yes.
Doing this podcast is what we need to be doing.
I'm trying to.
All right, well, Curiously Veg is a movement that will open a dialogue between vegan, vegetarian, plant-based, and non-plant-based people alike in an effort to educate and open the hearts and minds of others to the benefit of a plant-based lifestyle with their personal health, the lives of the animals, and the well-being of the planet. We educate, not intimidate. Oh, yeah.
And if you like the show, go to CuriouslyVegRadio.com. You check out the site, so you can see a lot of our previous shows there. We're also available on all podcatchers of choice, whether it be iTunes, anything on Android. If you go to CuriouslyVegRadio.com/subscribe, it'll give you a choice. Select anything you like, whether you're on iTunes, Android, or an app you already use. It'll take you right to it. Subscribe and go.
I always think with podcaster that there's it's like a baseball game and there's a guy there. It's going, throw me the pod. Come on.
Pods. And if you like to support the show, CuriouslyVegRadio.com.
What's that?
Like to support the show. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, support the show, CuriouslyVegRadio.com/support. You can see how to help the show out and help us bring in awesome guests and help us with the equipment. Like we had to get a third mic today for a guest we had, but that episode comes out in a couple of weeks. We have a new episode with someone we interviewed today, though.
Did you ever watch USA Up All Night? I think that's what.
Yes, you say Up All Night. Yes, they always played either like the campy horror or they played like the highly edited like softcore porn.
I wouldn't even call it softcore.
No, it was because it was okay. So there was, and if
Your
you have,
definition of porn is
hold
really
on.
weird.
Okay, if you have kids in the car, this is a fair warning. And now turn it down. Ready? Go. So you know the joke like my throat itches. Yes, I'm not gonna scratch. I was gonna scratch it with that joke. That comes from a USA Up All Night show.
Yes, but that's not really porn.
No, but that's what happened after. They just like it was like.
Granted, you were probably like 4 when that came
No,
out.
but that's not the point. The point is, he goes, my throat itches. That's something to scratch it with. And then it goes, ow, 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 ow. And then the next thing's like the door opens and they walk out. It's like they edit it from like an hour, think like a half hour by cutting everything out. That's what you see Up All Night. It was either that or they're playing like Freddy or.
It was B movies.
Or remember Critters?
Yeah.
They turned to a ball and they rolled
I
over
saw
people?
all the Critters movies. They were awesome.
Yeah, and had the guy with no face. who
Puppet
could morph.
Master. Puppet Master.
I don't think you ever saw Puppet Master.
You've never seen. I know what we're doing tonight. We're watching Puppet
Parents, you
Master.
turn the radio back up.
All right, kids. Yeah.
The porn talk is over. What's porn?
How would they know? They got the radio turned down. How would they know?
Hey! Don't question my logic because it doesn't exist.
You should have said put your headphones on or listen later because we have.
Doesn't matter. Okay. It's over now.
It's a podcast.
Let it go, Hope. Just let it go. Let it go.
Out of us two, who went on the whole rant about this? I think.
You started it. Anyway.
Anyway.
Speaking of us, we actually have an interview. I want to call it what we do interviews. It's more of a conversation with everyone being a fly on the
We
wall.
had one that was much needed for everybody because it was a hoot.
The Hoot's very much a palate cleanser. We've had quite a few little like highly serious conversations recently, so this is definitely a palate cleanser. We had on the show Lee Day. She is she does celebrity. She's a celebrity pet entertainer. So she entertains pets. So she does like bark mitzvahs, not bat mitzvahs, bark mitzvahs. She also has weddings for pets. So she's married pigs, cows, chickens, lobsters. She takes them on honeymoons and on dates. And it's definitely this is definitely a fun conversation. I think everyone will. And she sings for us.
Yeah.
She sang a few times. So
she told me she was really excited to do this, and it's a fun way to raise money for animals. And the one thing we want to talk about is the reason why she was so excited about being on the show is our past guest Renee King-Sonnen. As you know, she's got Rowdy Girl Sanctuary, and they had a flood, and they're in need of some help. So she is doing a cabaret, a bar mitzvah cabaret, to raise money for the Rowdy Girl Sanctuary, which is really awesome.
And that's happening in New York. So we'll have information in the show notes of how you can get tickets to that, things, and participate. If you're not in New York, you can't make it out to the cabaret. You can always go to rowdygirlsanctuary.com, correct? We'll have a link for it.
We'll have all the links, yes.
Go to the Rowdy Girl Sanctuary site. You can always support her in that way to help out from the flood recovery, which they're still mulling through.
Yes, and she's going to be marrying 2 of Renee's pigs.
Yes.
So that's going to be fantabulous.
Yes. And she's going to have it televised, but hopefully I'm sure there'll be pictures and things like that.
Well, they'll probably video it. Well, if they do video of it, we'll make sure to have that up on CuriouslyVegRadio.com, our Facebook page, so you guys can see it. Because she contacted me not too long ago, and I really enjoyed talking to her. She's a sweetheart, and she's hilarious.
Lee is as you will hear, she is a very passionate, very excited person, which is a fantastic person to talk to. Definitely keeps energy high and going through the whole time. So I'm sure everyone out there in podcast land will definitely be rolling. You might have to pull over a little bit to calm down from laughing before you get back on the road. Yeah,
she's a hoot. Like I said, she does a lot of good for animals, and I had no idea there was a Doris Day Foundation, which was really awesome, and all the work that she's been doing. And who did she marry on? Joan Rivers. She married to the dogs, right?
She married no. She did a bat mitzvah.
Bark mitzvah.
A bark mitzvah
and
for Joan Rivers' dog.
And then she took him on a date.
Yeah, because he didn't have a girlfriend, so she found a female dog to take him out on the town for his bark mitzvah.
And if you go to, we'll have a link to her website, but if you go to her website, you can see some of the videos that she's done. She's been on, excuse me, I'm a little hoarse today. She's been on.
Is that a turkey or is that a horse?
I don't know. She's been on. She did something on the Roseanne show that was hilarious. Sally Jessy Raphael. Which remember, if you grew up in the '90s, you pretty much had to watch Sally Jessy Raphael.
Oh yeah, the big red glasses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
She's been doing this since the 70s or 80s.
she started it in 1983, I think.
Oh, 1983, yes.
Yeah,
so
when
yeah,
she started doing it professionally. But she's always been involved in the lives of animals, and she talks a little bit about her journey into veganism and how that kind of shaped what she does, and her awakening to this dog is a cow and the cow is a dog.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll hold off too much, everyone. This is the interview with Leigh Day in episode 22. Enjoy. There's no telling, honestly. So thanks again for joining us. So if you want to introduce yourself, I know you do a lot. It's really hard to go over every single thing. You do like celebrity pet grooming, and you marry.
Well, let's talk for people tuning in.
Okay.
We had the pleasure of talking with Leigh Day, and she is a celebrity pet hairstylist and pet entertainer who also does bar mitzvahs, which I think are great.
I'm the creator of the bar mitzvah.
Yeah.
Right.
And creator of the pet weddings and romantic dating service. But they can't procreate. So, neuter and spay.
They can date, not procreate.
Oh God.
But they can be. It could be a mixed marriage. It could be a duck and a ferret. I don't care.
Now, will you do a same-sex animal wedding? That's the important question.
Would I do a same-sex animal wedding?
Yes.
Yes, I would.
Okay, good.
Kyle, there's hope for you yet, buddy.
Now, would you marry Hope's cat Kyle and his
Yes, I
teddy
would.
bear, and
I
his
would
teddy
think
bear?
I would.
Kyle has a companion. His companion is a teddy bear.
Aw.
And it is a strange relationship, but that's his partner, and it's disturbing.
We don't judge. We don't judge.
He loves who he loves, and he's leaving the chair. I'm gonna go get Teddy now. But we got 4 kitties. I don't know if there are any other relationships, but yeah.
Aw, I think that they're great.
So how did you get started doing pet weddings and bar mitzvahs and dating services? And how did the dating services work?
How did the what?
How did the dating services work? Do you like?
Oh, I take them on a romantic date. If there's animals that, like, I took 2 lobsters out on a romantic date.
How do you take a? Okay.
I went ba-da-boom, ba-da-boom in the water. They like each other, so I took them out on a date and signed to them.
What is a lobster date like? What does that look like?
It's pretty funny.
Well, paint us and everyone listening a picture of what a lobster date looks like.
Yeah, and they went free. I just I put my hands in the water and let them play together and I sang to them. I don't know if they heard me after that. I picked them up and I said hello and then brought them back down. And
is there like a dinner and movie thing that happens, or they just go for a swim?
they go for a swim and then to Red Lobster. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my God. Okay, I'm gonna have to cut that one. I think I'm gonna have to cut.
So you are vegan, right? So
I am vegan.
very.
And believe me, I'm so happy I am.
I think the lobsters would know.
Yeah, I think that they did want to tell. So so kind of going back a little bit, what was your journey going from a meat eater all the way up until kind of where we are now?
You mean how did I start this journey?
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Okay, I grew up in Millburn, New Jersey, and I just loved animals. My parents were not animal lovers. I was. I fell in love with my next door neighbor's dog, Blackie, as you saw that I sang to, and and my parents always. There was the Paper Mill Playhouse in Millburn, New Jersey, and my parents used to take me there as a little kid with my brother Mark, and I grew up loving the theater and loving show business and singing, and I ended up making this crazy world. I was learning disabled, and the doctor said I wouldn't go far, and my mother said I could do it, and Doris Day, the singer-actress, was a friend of mine. She had met me because I saved some animals off of a air conditioner, and this a woman I saved it for worked for the Metropolitan Opera, and she goes, and she knew that I liked Doris Day because of the way she sang, and and then I found out she loved animals, so that did it. When I found out she loved animals, that meant more to me than her voice, but but I like the voice too, don't get me wrong. So she actually said, I'm going to get you Doris Day, and she did. 2 days later, Doris called me, and we became good friends ever since, and Doris would call me, and she'd push me. Between my mother and her pushing me, I became who I am today. They said you can do anything you want, and I created this little, whatever you want to call it, love for animals and show business, and combined them together. So I can love people too.
Yeah.
Yes. So it helps the animals at the same time.
What was the moment that what kind of like your aha moment that kind of switched you from being an animal eater into a plant eater?
Like I said, when I grew up as I was grown up as a Jewish girl, so my parents never explained to me about meat and where it came from. I just knew, they'd serve brisket or tongue or whatever, and I'd eat it, and I didn't know where it came from, and I didn't even know what meat was, to be honest with you, and I didn't know it came from an animal, and that's how stupid I am.
I'm we were the same way. I didn't know when I was a kid, and when it finally dawned on me.
You didn't, okay.
Yeah, because I didn't realize it, and then one day I was eating it, and I was eating a chicken leg, and I was real little, and it kind of made me think. I said, well, what is this? And Mom said, that's a bone. I knew what bones were. And when it clicked with me that what I was eating used to be alive, I wouldn't eat it. And of course, growing up in the South, they tell you, the doctors say you have to have blood protein. So, I was forced to eat it until I became an adult and made a better decision. But yeah, you have that, I think, aha moment when you put it together. But I think when you're younger, you don't really realize.
I really didn't understand it. And thank God, my brother's daughter, Courtney, she's like 23 right now, but she grew up as a young girl. She never liked the taste of meat. She was actually blessed. I mean, really, because, and she loves animals, but she's more of a vegetarian than she's a vegan.
Right.
But, and because she'll eat eggs, and she doesn't like eggs that much, but she'll eat cheese, and she'll have sushi and stuff like that. And I find that and she's very healthy. She's thin, and thank God, and she was actually a non-meat eater before I was. So, and then when my brother would joke around and say, well, it wasn't a joke, but we're walking in the park one day. He goes, listen, Lee, he goes, the cows are already dead in the not the cows, the meat is already there in the supermarket. He goes, and it's just going to go bad. And I wasn't thinking, and I thought, well, that makes sense. So I ate it. But then I went and I looked at the videos that were horrid. And I thought to myself, I don't want to be a part of that. And years ago, being a vegetarian wasn't easy because they don't have 20, 30 years ago, they didn't have the kind of food they have now. Beans and you didn't have that. So now I love it. I love not drinking the milk. I won't drink milk anymore. I was a cheeseaholic. Oh my God, the cheddar.
Oh, I know.
Trust me. I was ready to. But in a way that's good because now I eat the vegan cheese, and I think there's what was it?
Field roast?
What is it called?
The field roast stuff?
No, it's called field. I forgot. It's cheese, and it's the best cheese I ever had.
It's the chow cheese.
Yeah, no, it says field.
Field Valley.
No, field. Field.
That just shows there's a lot of different cheeses out there that you can have. So.
We'll go through each order to make sure we.
Yeah, because it's a great cheese, and that's the only cheese I'll eat.
Yeah.
And also the veggie cheese. That's really good.
Oh yeah.
Try the cream cheese. Oh my God, with the chives.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
The veg juice. Oh my God!
It's,
And you put that on wheat toast, and that's it. And with vegan butter.
well, it's interesting. You talk about. You mentioned like your brother was saying like it's already there in the supermarket. It's dead. Why? It's going to go away.
Yeah. Well, he didn't say it was dead. He just said the meat's already there, Lee.
Yeah.
It just
No.
gonna
Right.
go-
Exactly.
And I listened like, okay, that makes sense. I guess you're right. And they're already dead. You can't bring them back to life, Lee. They can't go, oh, moo, come on back to life. Chicken, come back. And I thought, okay, I guess you're
not
right.
necromancer.
And I never thought about it. And I was trying to make sense of it, but I never,
One thing.
you know. But I'm part of the torture. If I eat that cow or that chicken, I'm helping them torture that animal.
Right. I don't think a lot of people realize that. Yes, it's already in the supermarket. It's already there. But when
Yeah.
you make that purchase and you say, well, fine, you're actually adding. Basically,
You're creating a demand.
Creating demand in that market. So basically, you're creating someone needs to kill another cow to replace that item you just purchased in the supermarket, as opposed to
Right,
picking another apple.
exactly. And now you know what? I thank God for Facebook. And I don't keep my eyes shut. No, I don't want to look at it, but I have to look at it because I've got to see what's happening. And if you go into La La Land and you just make believe, oh, well, I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to know what's going on. Don't tell me. Well, you live in La La Land because you don't want to see what's really happening, and it's not very pretty sight.
Yeah.
It's the whole idea that ignorance is bliss.
And a lot of people don't want to look at it. I have a lot of people tell me I know what happens, but I just don't want to acknowledge it because I have to have. And generally, when you have people like that, you can see that they understand it, but they're not ready for change yet.
Right.
And you don't really want to push it or shame them. So people will make their own discoveries, just like you did. It's kind of like you're raised in a certain viewpoint.
Right.
And you know that's there, and I think people in different parts of their life get ready to make the decision at different times.
Right.
So that's what we're saying. I know with Renee, who I want to ask you about Renee, that's what happened with her. I mean, you had somebody who's a rancher's wife
Right.
make the
exactly.
decision. So how did you meet Renee? Because I know that I wanted you to talk a little bit about
Okay,
a fun
I
idea.
met Renee, believe it or not, my dear friend Rebecca Knoll. She's almost like a sister to me. We're that close. Now Renee's like a sister to me too. So got a lot of sisters. Anyway, so Rebecca sent me a video of this woman singing to the cows, and I thought, how cool is this? And then she sent me the whole video of Renee talking about the sanctuary and everything, and I thought, wow. I said, this is pretty cool. And so one day, I think about 4 months ago, I friended her, not knowing it was her, that she was part of the Rowdy Girl. I didn't know it was her. And I said, there's a woman that sings to cows. And Renee goes, that's me. I said, oh my God. I said, I love it.
Kindred
I said,
spirit.
you sing to cows and I sing to horses and pigs. I mean, and then we were talking about maybe doing a wedding for her pigs. And I'm serious. I'm not kidding about that.
You know what you guys should do is you guys should do a duet album together. That's what you should do.
Yeah, I agree. That would be great.
We should. I'm gonna go moo. And I don't know if you ever heard of so I loved what she Renee stands for with the animals, and that she had her husband change his ways, and now he's vegan. And I think it's beautiful. And now she saves the animals, and God bless her. She's one of the most amazing women I've ever got to meet. And this is why I want to help her. And this is why I want to raise the money for her farm, and and after this maybe do the wedding for the pigs out there.
So
And
you're
the flower girl will be the chickens, and the major of honor will be the cow, and they'll all be dressed up.
that would be great. Now I know that you're putting on a cabaret. It's in New York. You want to talk a little bit about that and how people
I'm
can
going to
get.
be doing a cabaret show on September 17th at 1 o'clock. And don't forget, it's a 2-dog biscuit minimum. So you got to bring dog biscuits with you. And the money is going to go to Renee's sanctuary, the Rowdy Girl Sanctuary.
And we'll put that link up in the notes so everybody can get the information as well.
Yeah, and actually, the tickets are selling like crazy, so people have to
Jump on it.
jump on it now. Yeah, exactly. Because I'm the only one who does what I do, singing to the animals, and the animals are going to be able to come to the cabaret show with their owners. So how many times do you see that?
If somebody can't make it to the show, like they're not in New York and they wanted to help out by supporting, is there a place for them to do that?
Yeah, they can go over to Rowdy Girl Sanctuary. I think you have the website there.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And they can send a donation.
And when you what do you normally sing when you sing to the pigs and the cows and things like that? Is there a certain song you prefer?
Ooh, no, there's one song that have you ever heard of Melanie Safa?
No.
Never heard of Melanie? Okay.
I'll
Melanie
make a note,
is a folk singer, and she also loves animals, and she is also a vegan. And I learned the song from her, and it goes, I was just thinking about the way it should be. I'll eat the fruit and the plants from the tree. I'll live on flowers and I'll live on seeds. But I won't eat animals and they don't need me. Oh no, I don't eat animals 'cause I love them, you see. I don't eat animals, one nothing did in me.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
so,
Well done.
and then when I sing for the cabaret show, to the doggies and everything, or whatever animal, I'll sing a lick on the face, maybe nice, wet, and sloppy. My biscuits are your dog's best friend. Yes, they are. Or please leash me for a walk, 'cause I can't hold it anymore. And I saw her face. Ow! It was a golden retriever. Ferocious. And she knows just what to do. She's got those Cocker Spaniel eyes. And then,
All right, hold on. We got it. We got
That
it.
was
Clap. We
awesome.
got it.
That was awesome.
and then there's one that I do from Lucy's husband, Desi Arnaz. Remember when they were doing, when she was pregnant and having a baby on the show?
Yeah.
So I changed it around a little bit and I went, we're adopting a baby, my family and me. We're adopting a baby and we're gonna adopt where? At the Humane Society. Our future looks brighter. Yeah, and definitely. We're adopting a puppy. No, a kitty, all right. We'll adopt both. We're adopting the babies from the Humane Society.
That's awesome.
Well done. Again, I got to applaud you
It
again.
just goes on and on and on.
So do you find that a lot of people don't really recognize that pigs and chickens and cows are a lot like the dogs and the cats that they have?
And they are. And they have feelings just like you and me. They feel pain, they cry. They love music, they understand love, and they can sense it. They're no different. I just posted something on my page, and it's true. There's no difference between the people that were in the concentration camps and what you're doing to the animals now that you're slaughtering. So what is the difference, really? What is the difference? They're both being abused.
Yeah, a lot of excuse me, a lot of we got a weird feedback. Good. Okay. So yeah, a lot of animal rights activists point out that it's basically the modern Holocaust to a degree.
Right. I mean, and the thing I don't understand, there's something I don't. I had somebody I was friends with. I'm really not anymore, but because of her feelings, she said she was a vegan for 7 years, and then all of a sudden now she's eating meat again, and she says it's because of God, and God doesn't mind you killing the animal. They'll make it easy for you. How can you be vegan and then she doesn't want to hear it? She wants to keep her ears closed. Don't tell me about it. I don't want to hear. Yeah, because you want to live in La La Land, and yet how can you be a vegan for so long and then go back to eating animals? I don't get it.
I know a lot of people that do. Some of it has to do with the kind of a pushback with doctors because they're very uneducated. So the doctors think that if you're not eating meat, you become anemic, and we know that's not true. So it's a lot of misinformation, and I think a lot of it too is societal. Because when I work with clients, it's much easier just to eat meat. Or I have some people say, "Well, I don't eat meat unless I'm out with friends."
Yeah, but you know what? That's not true because I just went to my doctor, took my blood test, and I said to him, "How's my protein?" He said, "That's fine.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with you." So and I don't eat meat, and so that's a fable. I don't know why you would do that. Why would you? See, if I eat a piece of meat one day, I did try to do it, and I went to and I spit it out. I thought about it and I couldn't do it, and I spit it in the garbage, and I threw it in the garbage because I wanted to see could I do it again, and I can't. I can't. And eating all these. I don't know if you ever tried Gardines. It's the best, man. It's great.
Oh yeah.
Do you like it?
Yeah, I've used.
Stuff is too spicy. I mean.
I've used the Gardein fish fillet to do fish and chips before. Have you done that?
Yeah.
It's actually really good.
Well, I'm not a big. I don't really like the fake meat substitutes too much. I'm more of a Whole Foods person. But we do.
Yeah, I know.
Like
Yeah, my
the
niece
field
is like
roast
that. My
stuff
niece
is really good. So we.
Yeah, 'cause my niece is like that. Courtney goes, "No, Aunt Lee, I don't like fake meat. I don't." She likes vegetables and fruits and the things just like you. She doesn't really go into that. And I guess maybe because I grew up on it but it's actually tastes good. The Gardein burger, and you make it into a Whopper. It's. Or you can make it into a Big Mac with Big Mac sauce, and it really works. It does.
Yeah, we've been using field roast for a time, and then we interviewed Dustin Harder, who's the vegan roadie, and he's really turned us on to more of the stuff. But we've been using more of the field roast, and they have a hamburger that's really good. I know that there's one that's coming out that's actually bought in the meat department, but it's all plant-based, and it cooks just like meat. It's made from beets. So that's kind of shaking things up. And then we've got some things that's coming out where they're actually, this could be a good advancement for especially the animals, is they're using cells to make meat in the lab.
Yes, I heard about that.
I wouldn't eat it, but it's it's an interesting thought, and because I know we have cats, and cats are carnivores, and that would take care of all the animals that actually have to have a meat-based diet. And people.
You know something funny, Hope? My Ramsey and Lucy, my dogs, they're vegans.
Yeah, dogs.
And they eat vegetables, and they eat the dog food from Dick Van Patten, Natural Balance, and it's vegan, and they love it. And then I give them fruits, corn on the cob. They're spoiled.
Yeah.
Tomatoes. They just had a vegan BLT.
A VLT.
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 There you go.
Yeah.
A vegan BLT.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And some dogs actually do very, very well on a plant-based diet. There's a lot of good foods, like V-Dog makes one that's pretty solid. I've talked with a company with them. But there are, especially animals that we have in the zoos, and cats are oblative carnivores. That's just the way it is.
My vet goes to me, don't start that with me, because I said my dog's a vegan. She goes, don't even start that with me. And what do they get for protein? I said, well, don't worry, they get tofu and they get everything else. They do. They love it. They grab it off of me. I said, stop it. Can I have a little tiny bit? God,
Yeah.
you're greedy.
Well, Kyle is a greenaholic. He loves kale and spinach, and all of them get wheatgrass. But that cat will cry. He knows when we have spinach and we have to give him a couple. But if we have kale, we give him the rib of kale. We'll stem it, and leave some of the leaves, and throw it. And he'll growl, put his paws on it, and just eat it like a piece of, like a rack of meat or something. He loves it. And I think he would live off that. And I have to tell him, baby, you can't process vegetable matter too well, so you can only have one rib of kale and a couple of pieces of spinach. So he's like,
Right. Because I figure, here I am vegan, and if I go out and buy dog food that has meat in it, or chicken, or beef, then I'm just doing the same dang thing again.
See,
And Ramsey and Lucy don't look like they're ready They're drop dead. Actually, Ramsey looks like a squaddling little pig anyway.
I feed I feed my cats traditional cat food, but I call it their bowl of sadness. Yeah. So they're sitting there meowing. I was like, oh, all right, Aussie, here's your little bowl of sadness, and he just goes to town. I'm like, oh man. Although I can't get myself to do anything with beef or cheese or pork. I can't do it. I can't do it.
You speciesist.
I just can't do that. That's just too sad for me.
Yeah, I'm actually hopeful for the lab grown meat, because I think once that is more readily available and they've done enough testing to show that it's equivalent to it, we don't have any issues with it. I think that is going to be an excellent substitute for what we're using. So hopefully that will help take care of some of that market, so we can see more of the slaughterhouses and more of that demand close down. So it's going to be an interesting prospect.
My God, it's horrible. It's really hard. And when people say, well, I'm not giving up meat, I say, fine, but don't tell me you're an animal lover.
Right? Yeah.
No, really. I was a hypocrite all my life. And I'm admitting I was a hypocrite, because if I loved animals so much, why would I eat their flesh? What's wrong with me? Really. And now I don't feel any guilt. I felt guilt before.
I like to troll on Facebook. My favorite thing is I see a friend who will post a video about, like, look at this little piglet, or they're like somebody loving on a cow, and I go to their pictures and find their dinner from last night and repost their picture of their dinner. I'm like, you ate pork chops last night, and you just posted a video of a cute little piglet because you want one.
Yeah,
and I usually get defriended after that, but it's usually worth it.
Yes. I realized, I was not actually enjoying. Like, my brother would joke around and he'd go, hey, Lee, there's some nice fatty ribs. And, because I used to like the fat for the ribs. But now it makes me want to vomit. Really. And it really makes me sick. And I went to a barbecue place one day and I ordered ribs. And this was before I became vegan. And I noticed I didn't like them. I spit them out. I said, ugh, I don't know what it is. And I didn't like the beef. I guess in my head I knew it wasn't right.
Yeah, it's when you start waking up, you kind of like when you start waking up, you also start letting go of the things you used to believe true, and you start actually thinking about stuff like that. And that's the thing about it is, people say I love animals, but they eat them. It's that kind of cognitive dissonance of where it's like people saying, it's almost like saying, like, I hate sports, but you watch football every Sunday. It's like, well, no, you don't. If you hate sports, then why are you watching football?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, because it's just sad. It's just sad. I'm glad I woke up about this.
It also gives us a point of view because we've been there. Because we I know a few people that have been vegan since birth, and a lot of them are bodybuilders, so not deficient. But when I talk to people, because I've been in their shoes to where I used to eat meat, and I had an awakening. I can kind of put myself in their shoes and talk to them.
I think we all have at one time, unless your parents were vegan, because and it's sad because the poor animals. It makes me sick.
Well, yeah. To Hope's point, I think it's important to remember that you were most of us, the majority of us, were there at one point. And so when we're talking to people and trying to typically talk to people about our viewpoint, the other viewpoint, and remembering, okay, we were there at what point? What about it kept us there, and what about the movement made us make that switch?
Right.
And I've also I talk with people who actually hunt and process their own meat, and they have the same viewpoint: is if you can't do this yourself, you probably should not be eating meat.
Yeah.
And a lot of them that do hunt, they don't like the factory farming process. They think it's unnecessary. So there's a lot of understanding that we have, and there's still a lot of people I know where I'm from. We have people that have farms and they have pigs. They'll name the pig and then they'll eat it, and I don't get it. I tell them and it's like Renee when they told her don't name the cows, and then when you did, you would think that would wake you up, but it's. You're raised with, I know in the South, you're raised with the mentality that there's two different types of animals. There's food animals and then there's pets. And it takes an awakening to kind of realize that they're kind of all the same, and realizing that we don't really need it. You want it. It's a selfish thing. I equate it to drugs. You don't need drugs, but some people will still take them knowing that eventually it could probably kill you. So it's the same with meat. When you eat animal products, you know that the disease process happens to your body, and there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on to our environment. There's a lot going on with the animals. So it takes a big awakening within yourself to look in and say, don't need it, don't want it. So what can I do to make things better? And, like Sonny Mayo, realizing that dog was the same as that steak on the plate, that was his aha moment. It's like, dog is God and God is dog, and that cow is my dog. So he, couldn't eat it anymore.
And it's sad. It just, I don't know, it makes me sad. We were raised that we should eat meat, and that's what the culture is. I mean, would you eat a dog or a cat? Ask them. Would you eat a dog or a cat? Of course they're going to say no, because that's a pet. Well, they're not just pets. They're a living being, just like the cows and chickens and the pigs. And the goats I could go on.
Yeah.
And the goats.
Right.
Yeah. Well, it's like when you ask them about, everybody gets upset about the dog meat festival in China. If you eat meat, I always ask them, say, why are you upset about that? Well, they're eating dogs. Well, what's the difference?
Dogs and cats. What's the difference?
Yeah. So to them,
Killing rats. I mean.
So it's
violence is violence.
But it kind of shows when I tell people that that they view dogs as meat the way we view pigs as meat. So it kind of sometimes it makes people realize that, wait a minute, you're right. Or sometimes people don't want to hear that message.
Yeah,
but
live in a la la land.
But I'm glad that you were able to take it. You took your journey, and you're doing something that is so lighthearted and so fun. And I think the bar mitzvahs and the things you do wake people up in a way that is entertaining and fun and happy. Right. And you can get your message across about how.
That's what it's all about, to make you, a bar mitzvah, some of the people who are very religious or Jewish, well, that's for a 13-year-old kid. No, a bar mitzvah is a prayer, a Jewish prayer. And they're saying it's coming of age. Well, you know what? I'm giving your dog, your cat, your cow, your pig, whatever it is, I'm giving them a little Jewish prayer. And there's nothing wrong with that. And giving them a little party. And we're dancing and having fun and eating, and the animals are getting attention and donating to a certain cause, whether it be Renee's Sanctuary, the Doris Day Pet Foundation, whatever it is, that's what I'm doing it for.
You did the bar mitzvah for Joan Rivers, is that correct?
I did a bar mitzvah for Joan Rivers' dog Spike, and Geraldo Rivera came, and Betty White, and Barbara Mandrell, and Linda Dano, and they were like cracking up.
So when you do a bar mitzvah for someone like Joan Rivers, you just sit in a green room and they pull you out to do it and you leave, or do you could kind of have a party with everybody?
No, we did the whole party. Did you see the video?
I did, and it was great.
Yeah. And then I sang one song to Spike, and Joan almost ended up on the floor, and
what did you sing?
To Spiky, to Spiky, to Spokey. Joan's live! Rejoicing him, blessing and loving him. Drink like I am. To Spike.
I feel like you should be going like this.
Yes, and Betty White was going crazy, and they couldn't believe it. It's like, because this is the, and then I would think, I did, Spike didn't have a girlfriend, so I gave him a girlfriend to go on a date with.
You see, so you set Spike up for the night on his bar mitzvah, so he has somebody to be with.
Right. Then I gave him a romantic date that that he could see this beautiful new girl, and it was another Yorkie, so it was really fun. And then I did a wedding for Tammy Faye Baker.
Yeah, I saw that.
And that was a Catholic wedding, and that was. I go from Jewish to Catholic.
Right.
Thank God I got my black robe.
Hey,
so
whatever makes animals happy, right?
Yeah, that's it. And the owners too. And they lived in an air-conditioned doghouse on their honeymoon.
Nice.
And then I married 2 horses for Sally Jesse Raphael.
I saw the video of that one. That was actually pretty funny. Yeah, it's
and that was fun.
Do you have to be officiated to do animal weddings? Or?
I actually have the wedding certificates. I literally have wedding certificates and they're legal. And you sign it and it's done.
How do they sign it? Did they do a paw print?
Wow, Dave.
Sorry.
You got excited.
I did a little bit. Did they sign them with a paw print, or do they?
It's actually, yeah, I have the
put a
little
pin in the mouth?
head and they put their little paw prints on it. And then I take them out on their honeymoon.
Aw.
So do
I
you
do.
say
I chaperone them on their honeymoon.
chaperone it? Yeah.
And let's say they want to go Hawaii. So I make that whole atmosphere like Hawaiian without the pork.
I was. you just get the pineapple and just do the pineapple over the
Right,
okay.
the pineapple.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
and it's like they want to go to Paris, they want to go to Rome. Then I go all over and do talk shows and it's great. I've done everything, you name it. I signed with Regis Philbin. He loved it so much he had me on 3 times on a morning show. And he put a birthday hat on his head because I do birthday parties for Beth. And here he is holding the ferret like this. Oh, God. Happy birthday to you.
So are you guys, I know that you're doing the wedding at Renee's Farm Sanctuary, the Rowdy Girl Sanctuary. Are you guys recording this so anybody can see it?
Well, I'm hoping to have the media come, and because nobody will ever see this again. Really, because I'm the one who created this, and when people do the dog weddings, where do you think they get it from? Where do you think they found out about it? I started this in 1983,
I was 1.
Wow.
and I've been in a magazine.
Well, let's hope so. I'll have
I've
to
been in People magazine.
I have to tell Renee to.
What, honey?
I said, well, I'll have to tell Renee to get somebody to record it, so we'll have to put that out on Curiously Veg to maybe some places will pick it up
because we want to do the pig wedding, and she loves the idea.
Oh, I know she
And
would.
then we'll have patron of honor as a cow. Maybe we'll have the bridesmaid be the chickens, and we'll dress them up a little bit, and then they'll walk down the mud path, and
When they're walking down the aisle, do you play "Here Comes the Bride"?
Yeah, they do. They play that, and then they, we sing at the end, and it's pretty fun. And they'll dance, and the whole 9 yards. We'll get a cake just for the pigs that they'll enjoy, and then we'll have something for humans too, because they got to eat too. So
Can't let the pigs have all the fun.
no, that can't be just.
Well, the good thing is the people and the pigs can eat the same stuff, so that works out perfectly fine.
Yeah, so there'll be a reception after the wedding. It's a real wedding, and it's a full blown wedding.